So pretty soon I'm going to be teaching a mindfulness for creatives workshop, and I was thinking about how mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools that a creative can use. And if you're not familiar with what mindfulness is, it's essentially being present without judgment. And now, what does that look like in terms of being a creative, being present without judgment? A lot of the creatives I work with in my coaching, a lot of them come to me because they are procrastinating. They've been procrastinating. They feel stuck. They feel blocked on a project that they just can't seem to do. And one of the first questions that I'll ask them is, do you actually want to do it? And it will make people usually reflect on, do I actually want to do this? And sometimes what actually ends up happening is that after reflection, the person realizes that actually I was at a different place in my life when I initially wanted to do that project. I'm at a different place in my life now, and I want different things. And so when you bring mindfulness into that kind of scenario, just one of many, many scenarios, it's like when that feeling comes up of, I don't want to do this, instead of suppressing it, pushing it down, forcing yourself to want to do a project you don't want to do, you actually are present with that emotion and you do not judge it. Because previously you were judging the fact that you didn't want to do it, because then people are going to think you're not ambitious. People are going to think that you're not a real creative. You're not going to get further in this career that you essentially deep down don't even know if you really want anymore. And so that's why mindfulness is so important, I think, to creatives, because mindfulness is about authenticity. It's about recognizing, accepting, being present with, not judging what you actually want, who you actually are, and paying attention to how your feelings come up instead of immediately suppressing them because they are contradicting a mask or they're contradicting the face that you present to the world, and you don't like that. But when you're mindful about it, you learn how to actually look at what you're doing and why you're doing it and why your body is reacting the way that it's reacting. I just feel like for a lot of us, we've started to learn how to, it's in our bones. We just suppress our natural authenticity. We suppress our natural desires, our natural responses to things. We are so afraid of how we're being perceived. And the gag is, if you cannot be perceived authentically, by perceiving yourself authentically, by allowing what you want to be okay, then how can you actually tap into your real creativity? So that's why I'm doing the Mindfulness for Creatives workshop, because ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to creatives and creativity, when you're mindful, when you're able to be present without judgment, you're able to tap into your authenticity and your authentic creativity.